Good afternoon to you. Today we will take up economy. In the last class, under economy, we have seen IPO, initial public offer. Then we have seen rights issue. Then we have seen bonus issue. We have seen follow-on offer. And then we have seen after IPO and FPO, the shares are traded in the open market. That is called stock exchange. That is stock market, stock exchange, what is called secondary market. So, after IPO and FPO, the shares of the company are traded in the open market. That is, these shares which are already issued can be further sold and purchased by the investors in the secondary market. Please kindly appreciate clearly, after IPO and FPO, the shares of the company are traded in the open market. These shares are already issued and they can be further sold and purchased by investors in the secondary market. The secondary market is also called stock exchange. Now we have seen what is primary market, what is IPO, what is FPO, what is bonus issue. Then we have seen that we have concluded that this is the secondary market, also called stock exchange. Now let us differentiate between what do you mean by primary market and what is meant by secondary market. Let us see the difference, very important difference. In primary market, the new issues of shares are issued. In secondary market, the old issue of shares are traded. First difference. Primary market, new issue of shares are issued. The relationship is company and the investor. And in secondary market, the old issue of shares are traded. This is the first difference. Second, in primary market, the relationship is between company and the investors. This is the second difference. In the secondary market, the relationship is between investor and investor. Investors and investors. Understand? For primary market, the relationship is company and investor. You send the money, they say allot you the share. There is no involvement of stock exchange or secondary market. On the other hand, in the stock exchange, also called secondary market, the relationship is between the investor and investor. Number second. In primary market, the shares of the company are sold for the first time. In the primary market, the shares of the company are sold for the first time. In the secondary market, please appreciate, the existing shares are sold and purchased. Secondary market, existing shares are sold and purchased. On the other hand, in the primary market, the shares of the company are sold for the first time. Third difference. Fourth, in the primary market, the share price is fixed by the company. In the primary market, the share price is fixed by the company. Whereas, in the secondary market, the share price is fixed by the demand and supply of shares. Today you demand more Reliance share, the price will go up. If everybody is selling shares, Reliance, the share price will come down. So, in primary market, the share price is fixed by the company. They will fix it with the help of merchant bank or underwriter. They will fix and they will intimate you. You will send the installment money. First, the 1/3 will be sent. Secondly, thirdly, final allotment. You send all money. This is the primary market. The share price is fixed by the company. While in the case of secondary market, the share price is fixed by the demand and supply of shares. Very important difference. Then, in primary market, the source of rising capital is through initial public offer, FPO, and rights issue. Remember, in primary market, the source of rising capital is through initial public offer, FPO, and right issue. Whereas in secondary market, only old shares are transacted. Secondary market, old shares, primary market, IPO, FPO, and right issue. This is how the share capital is raised, the source of capital, rising of capital. Then, finally, the primary market provides low liquidity, whereas secondary market involves high liquidity. What is liquidity? First of all, suppose let us say you have a property, you have you have got 1 lakh rupees, and you have got about 20 tolas of what is called gold. You have got 2 houses, your own house, both are vacant, both are sellable. Now you have a sudden requirement. Somebody fell ill, and you have to take some money, which is available to you immediately. You have cash, ready cash. You can immediately use the cash. And if necessary, you can sell the gold on the market on the day itself, you can take money. That is called liquidity. Liquidity means the ease with which you transfer the money into cash or which is tradable in the market. In the real estate, you cannot take money by selling your land immediately. So, in the primary market, the liquidity is low. In the secondary market, the liquidity is high. Why? Because the trading is more. Many shares are sold and purchased every day. So, the primary issues are for the past 3 months, only 2 issues have come. So, in the primary market, low liquidity. In the secondary market, high liquidity. Now, we will see the difference between debt and equity. We have seen primary market and secondary market. Then I have initially told you there are 2 ways of raising capital. One is equity shares and other is a debt instrument. Equity shares, we have given various options. We have seen what is IPO, what is FPO, what is bonus issue, what is right issue. All these things we have seen. We have seen the difference between the primary market and secondary market. Now, I have told you one more item, what is called debt instrument. Debt means what is debt? Loan. Very simple. The name may be. I am indebted to you. That is, what does it mean? I should be very grateful to you. Debt means it is an instrument of taking money. It is a loan. So, now we will see what is the difference between equity. What is equity? The share capital, ownership. Suppose I have taken Reliance share, 100 shares means, and 100 share worth, I am the owner of the company. I am the owner of the company. So, it is a ownership. Share is the ownership, part of one. If, let us say you are given 100 shares of 100 persons. So I have taken 200 shares, 10 shares means 10 oblique 100 is my share. So I am the owner of the company to that extent. And whatever profit comes, you will divide and give it to me, and that profit is called dividend. That is the difference between what is known as the debt and the equity. Now, first we will now see what are the debt instruments and what is the difference between debt and equity. Number 1, the debt instruments include bonds and debenture. What are the debt instruments? The instruments means it's a means. Nothing. Instrument means it is a mean. So, debt instrument, debt tools. Tools is the instrument. Suppose you are writing in your pen. Pen is an instrument. Pen is a tool. Pen is a means. So, instrument we have used it technically. So, debt instruments include number one, bonds, number two, debenture. What is the difference between bond and debenture? We will see later. Equity includes shares, including IPO, FPO, rights issue, and bonus issue. So, first difference. What is a debt and what is share? Then, under bond, the bondholder has complete ownership and not accountable to anyone. Whereas in the share market, the profit is shared in the shape of dividend among the shareholders. So, remember, in the bond, suppose you have given a loan of 10,000 and that 10,000 belongs to you. You are not shared with anybody. You get interest every month. So, you are the owner of the 10,000 rupees bond. Nobody is sharing. And you get interest every month. On the other hand, share, if you have taken 100 shares of Reliance, your share is only 100 shares. There are thousands of shares of Reliance. So, you are only a part of the shareholders. So, that point, whereas in share market, similarly, if you get the profit in the share, that profit is shared among the shareholders. Among the shareholders. So, dividend, that profit name, technical name is dividend. This is divided among the shareholders. This is the second difference. Third is, in the case of bonds, the profit is not shared. Suppose you are a bond holder of Reliance. They won't give you any profit. They will give you the fixed interest. We will give you 11% interest. That's all. Finish. Don't expect any profit from us. Profit is shared among the shareholders, not among the bondholders. So, in the case of bonds, the profit is not shared. The bondholder is paid only a fixed interest. On the other hand, in the case of equity shares, the dividend is sometimes very high or very low, depending upon the performance of the company. Today's Reliance share is 1,193. Tomorrow it may go to 1,500. So I have earned 400 rupees in one day. And the day after tomorrow it may fall to 800. So I have lost 300 rupees. So in the share, sometimes the return may be high and sometimes the return may be low. On the other hand, in the case of bond, the amount which I get is fixed. Nobody can change it. So this is another difference. Then, in the case of bonds, less paperwork and less time involved. On the other hand, in the case of equity, heavy paperwork, procedure are involved which lead to consumption of more time. If I want 5,000 rupees or 5 lakh rupees, I go to the money lender, I go to the bank, fill up the form, and what are the formalities, give my PAN number, give my salary certificate, etc. I get the loan. The procedure, formalities are less. At the same time, suppose I want to raise the capital through the equity, then I have to prepare the prospectus, I have to go to the investment bank, I have to go to the underwriter, I have to go to the merchant bank, then give the ready prospectus, then take the approval of the SEBI, then issue the IPO. All the formalities are there, unlike bondholder. So the bondholder, in the issue of bond, the procedure is less. In the case of share, it is a time consuming and procedural also. Secondly, under the bond, the major players are banks and money lenders. Under the bond, who are all the major players? Banks may give or money lender may give. In the equity, only stock exchanges, brokers are involved. Stock exchange and broker. Broker is a mediator. And suppose ICICI Bank is a broker and HDFC Bank is a broker. And in addition, there is Oswald person is there limited. They are the broker. They are intermediaries. They facilitate our selling and purchasing of shares. So what that is called a broker. Suppose you want to get your daughter married, you approach the person, a matrimonial agent. So that person is acting as an agent. Similarly, broker is nothing but a mediator between the investor and the financier. So that is called mediator. That is called broker. So in equity, the stock exchange is involved because it is secondary market if you are selling and purchasing, and the brokers. There are jobbers also. There are jobbers. Who are jobbers? Jobbers are frequent. Today you purchase, tomorrow you will sell. They are interested only in profit. They are not interested in holding the share. So they are called jobbers. So there is a broker, there is a stock exchange are involved. Of course, in the private limited companies and the institution, investors are also investors. So with this we will end the class. We will continue with the economy in the next class tomorrow. Thank you.